Hey everybody, I was just in the middle of making some Canadian back bacon, and I thought I'd take you along for the ride here. I'm just going to show you a quick little recipe that is excellent. If you're into Canadian bacon at all, and by no means discredit regular bacon, like the back bacon is pretty good. It's a lot leaner, which isn't necessarily a good thing, but it's still a great thing. So I'm just going to take you through the process right now. One of the first ingredients that you're going to be needing is 3 quarts of water, as you can see right here. All right, so you got your 3 quarts of water, and what you're going to be needing next is 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar, and I'm going to do that right now. Okay, here's 1/3. And 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar. Next is a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Okay, we got the 1/4 cup, and pouring in the soy sauce. So right now we're just making the cure for this. Okay, now with this cure, this has got to sit for 7 days. Okay, so we got the 1/4 cup. Okay, and what's next here? We got 1/3 of a cup pickling salt. Now this has to be pickling salt here, folks. Pickling salt is non-iodized salt. Okay, so 1/3 of a cup right in. And next is the cure. Okay, here's the cure. It basically is just like salt, but it's cure. And we'll do 1/3 of a cup of that as well. So just remember, cure and pickling salt, equal parts. All right, so now we're gonna whisk this till it's totally dissolved. This may take a few minutes, which is to be expected. We're not going to heat this. If we were to heat this, or if this was like just boiled water and we added all these ingredients, they would be incorporated immediately. But I don't want to be putting warm water with my pork loin. This has to cure for 7 days, so this wouldn't be necessarily food safe. Okay? So while that's dissolving, I'm just going to pan over and show you the pork loins that I have. Okay, these are the pork loins that I have. Okay, each of these pork loins, all right, they are 7.5 pounds each. Okay, so a total of 15 pounds. You can either tie them or leave them loose. I'm just going to leave them loose. So I'm just going to throw them into the marinade, and I'm just going to pan over right now again. And you can see just above the bowl of cure, there's another container that I have of 15 more pounds. So a total of 30 pounds I have going on. So this cure will do 15 pounds. Okay. So the ingredients that I'll list them once again here. 3 quarts of water, 2/3 of a cup brown sugar, 1/4 cup soy sauce, 1/3 of a cup pickling salt, 1/3 of a cup cure, to 15 pounds of pork. 7.5 pounds for each loin. I got these on sale, and so it's time to do pork. All right, so I'm going to let these cure for 7 days, just in the fridge. My garage is probably at the temperature that I want it right now, surprisingly. Actually, it's the end of January. I'm in Saskatchewan right now, and it is like 2 degrees outside, which it did the same thing last year, which sucks because I want my coyotes frozen. So right now I'm scrambling on where am I going to put my coyotes. So, but this isn't coyote, by the way. Anyways, just to make that clear. So yeah, it's bizarre that it is 2 degrees right now, so it's actually perfect. I'm just going to let these cure in the garage until it gets a little bit too cold. It's supposed to dip down to minus 15 or 20 or something like that in the next few days. So I'll just pop them in the fridge. For the remainder of the 7 days, I'll just leave them in the fridge. So we continue to stir this marinade. You'll be able to feel the grittiness on the bottom, okay? So you just keep on stirring till it's all dissolved. You don't want to necessarily add it before it's totally dissolved, right? Because you're not incorporating the sugar and the salts properly. So certain areas of the pork loin are going to be cured faster than other areas. You know, it's going into the same container. I'm sure it wouldn't be a huge deal, but it takes a couple more minutes to stir it, which isn't a big issue. All right. Okay, so I'll be adding the next 2 pork loins into this container right here. Okay. All right, so I finished combining all the ingredients within this bowl over here. So they're all dissolved. All the sugars and salts and cures are dissolved right now. I added the pork loin to this container. All right, and now I'm going to add them together. All right, so pour it all in here. And now we'll just make sure there's no spots that are just connected onto the sides of the container. Let them sit. Now I want to make sure that all the sides or places of the pork are submerged down, okay? So chances are, you see this little area right here, okay? Right now it's kind of poking up and it wants to float. So I'm just going to weight them down, all right? So they just submerge, okay? I'll probably put some kind of something with a little bit of weight on top of them, and so they're submerged totally. Now I'm going to be turning these every 2 days just to make sure that the pieces, obviously the pieces on the bottom are going to be a little more cured than the pieces on top, right? Just because stuff settles, goes to the bottom, maybe something will poke up like this, okay? And over here, right? So we'll just turn it every couple days and it'll be good. Then after 7 days, I'm going to smoke it. Oh, one thing though. I almost forgot an important ingredient. Cheers, everybody. Oh yeah. I'm going to smoke these pork loins at Bruce's place and Wilma's place, and we're going to be doing that in 7 days from now. All right, so I'm just going to let these sit in the fridge and go from there. So the recipe that I just told you, okay, it does these 2 pork loins, okay, totaling 15 pounds. So they're 7.5 pounds each, okay. I did a double batch, okay. So that is this in total, okay. I would have liked to add them to the same container, but it just gets, it's right to the rim. Yeah, I don't think my wife would like me sloshing this all over the house. So right now I'm in the garage, perfectly sanitary environment. Maybe I should call this garage time recipes, because we all know that the best recipes come in the garage, right? So I'll get back to you when it's time to smoke, everybody. All right, talk to you later.